Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Morning, fellas. Guys, very good morning to you. Hey, Randy, Sue, good morning. It is Thursday, July 23rd. Guys, good morning. Very good morning. Chris, Jim, fellas, good morning. It is the day after Microsoft and Tesla. Tesla beat, Microsoft beat. You guys probably saw that. And then we have unemployment claims today, continuing in initial unemployment claims. That's the only news. That'll be at 8:30. Typically, we see a sell into those numbers and then a rebound. So we'll see what we get today. If you guys are here on trial, Jacques, good morning. If you guys are here on trial, good morning and very welcome to you. Most of you, this is your fourth day. Your trial will end tomorrow. Hope you guys have enjoyed the week. Not a bad week for summer trading. For those of you guys that are on trial tomorrow about 10:30, 10:45, we'll go over the weekly numbers, show you although I send it to you every day, we'll talk about the charts that have performed the best, talk about membership, a little bit about the bot, some of the options that you have with the bot. In any event, guys, good morning. We'll probably sit for the next 31 minutes. I will read the disclaimer. U.S. government required disclaimer. Futures and options trading has large potential rewards, but also large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the futures and options markets. Don't trade with money you can't afford to lose. This website is neither a solicitation nor an offer to buy or sell futures or options. Excuse me. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those discussed on the website. Past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. CFTC Rule 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Since trades have not been executed, results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profits or losses similar to those shown. We're good to go, fellas. The way that the scalper was developed initially was with a Unirenko, and I taught this methodology some 5 or 6 years ago, 5 years. And the settings that I taught it with were 5, 1, 5. Okay. Hang on, guys. I forgot what the ATM was, but I'll use that. So the way that this is designed and the way that I taught it was to trade this basically with a 6-tick first target on the NASDAQ and then a runner. And some of you guys that are here on trial, and some of you guys that may be newer, might scoff at this. But if you're a scalper and you're trading this across 3 or 4, 5 different instruments, you can have yourself some pretty good days. One of my members, back when I taught this, his first month doing it, hey, Barbara, good morning, grossed $250,000, netted like 168 after fees. So you take a lot of trades. I'm just showing it. Yeah, there we go. I'm just showing it, guys. I wouldn't normally trade this. Yeah, it actually is, Chris. I don't like it on the Unirenko. For me, I like it better on the 1 minute.
Order filled.
Yeah, it's going to chop around in here. We're not doing anything.
Target filled.
We're just chopping, guys. It's, again, we've got news at 8:30.
Target filled. Order filled.
Let me do this.
Order canceled.
Let me show you how I like it. I prefer it on the 1 minute.
Order submitted.
And again, I'm just showing it, guys. I'm not really trading this seriously. Silver's waffling around, basically sideways as well.
Order filled.
Should get. I think this is the wrong one because I think this is 3 ticks. 72.50.
Target filled.
Yeah, it's 4, looks like. And then I just trail it 1 minute. Guys, looking at the bots, we're pretty much in shorts across the board. No, you don't, Steve. No. If you guys look at the daily email that I send you, right? So I'll show you.
Target filled.
I'll show this a little later in the session. If you guys that are on trial, look at this daily email that I send. So that's 1 tick from target. But if you, anybody that's a member, and even for trials, if you guys want to see, first off, to the trials, I send a daily video recap, right? That same video is posted to Vimeo and YouTube. You guys can go back and watch YouTube or Vimeo any day and just, speed. Good morning, Hubba Hubba, and then speed up to the end. Nice job. Nice job. And speed to the end, and then there's first target. And you guys can see the totals because I do them right around 11:30.
Target filled.
There you go, guys. Both targets hit on the bot. I'll shut that off for now. Thank you, Dejan. That silver chart, and we have, I'm actually aware now that we have 2 members that trade silver, right? I mean, we have, at this point, some 400 and close to 60 owners of the bot. And we have 2. Did you take the trade? You turned it on today? Nice. So we have 3 members that actually are trading silver. This is actually the highest grossing robot we have. It does not take a ton of trades. It might take 3 a week. But for those of you guys that are here on, yep. Oh, Ray does. Okay, so 4. We got 4 guys that trade it. So for those of you guys that are on trial, what you've seen this week, and we have a couple trials that started today, what you've seen this week is basically trading it as a day trading robot, right? That's how I trade, and that's what I use. But I show this, and I showed it to the trial members. Maybe you guys are not able to sit in front of a computer every day. I don't know. Maybe you guys have a job. You have to be, somewhere at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. your time, whatever the case may be. The robot works on bigger time frames. And this is a chart that I've pointed out a few times. This is the NASDAQ on a daily chart. We're using a 240-minute filter. Now, this chart for my members is not in the member area. But if anybody really wants to be a position trader or a swing trader, let me know. So the NASDAQ has taken 2 trades this year, right? Because this long here goes back to October. It's only taken 2 trades this year. It took a short back here on February 25th. All 3 targets were hit. Okay, so you tell me, good morning, Andrew. You tell me, Dejan, what you want to trade, and I'll give you the settings, because I have them, unless it's something crazy like corn or wheat, which I haven't played with. But the NASDAQ took a short back in February, 268 handles, 446, and 625 handles. Targets hit. And then again on April 8th, when nobody in their right mind was going to take a long. Again, the robot doesn't know about unemployment, doesn't know about COVID. What is CG? Or is that GC? GC, okay. NQ and ES are pretty much the same. Russell, I haven't done anything with, and I'll show you gold. But back on April 8th, 670 points, 1,117 and a quarter points, and 1,564 points. Handles, guys. I mean, if that was for what it's worth, if that were a 3-contract trade, 1,564 plus 1,117 plus 670, total of 3,351 points times 20 bucks. That's a $67,000 trade on 3 contracts. ES is very similar. Good morning, Ali. Guys, I'm killing time. We're not doing anything before the numbers come out. So here's the ES. So the ES, so prior to the first of the year, nothing. And then you get this on the ES in here. This doesn't actually ever print the short. It prints the long. It's small, 55 and 92 handles. It's small. But then you get this, 74, 123, and 172 handles. And then you get this, 227, 379, and it pulls back into the trail. So you don't, it's headed towards this 530. It's pretty close. 500 handles, 3298. And it's gotten to 85. So within 15 handles of, 13 handles of that third target. But first and second targets hit. Yeah, absolutely, Steve. You absolutely can. So, I mean, the bot, for people that become members, the charts that I am trading, I've done the legwork on. And so we'll supply you with those settings, right? If you guys want to do something different, you absolutely can. I've not looked at Russell. I've not once on a daily. Let's just take a look at Russell. My guess is it's going to mimic the other 2. Mnuchin on CNBC, fellas. So here's RTY. You get a long here. You do get a little bit of some draw, but you do get first target. That's all you get. 113 handles. Yeah, it pulls back into the trail. So you're right at break even. That's one. You get a nice trade here. 37, 61, and 85 handles. In February, you get this short 32, and you don't quite get 53 handles. And then we go back to November where we get this long. And gold, so gold gives you this year, that's December. This year, gold gives you this short, 63 points, gives you this long, 93 points. There's a losing trade on the short, gives you ticks, but it doesn't come. I mean, it gives you, nice trade, but it does not give you the 48 handles. And then it gives you this long 46, 77, and 108 points. I drew these lines the other day before we broke out. So here we broke out on the 20th. Today's what, the 22nd or 3rd? 23rd. And we broke out here. This was where I liked it, above 18.8, but the breakout was here above this 29, above that pivot. Again, and it works on, whatever. Here's bonds. Just take a look at bonds for the heck of it. You got this failed long here. You get this short. Well, let's go back to the beginning of the year. That's in December. So here's bond long January 14th, 2, 3, and 4 basis points. Those are big trades, guys, right? 30 ticks and a point. Small losing trade here. And then you get this short here, April 18th, 3 and 5 basis points. And look at bonds now. You know, 2 headed to 4 basis points. We're going to get that. Bonds is going to have to get above 81, right? So above 81, bonds should go. But again, the bot does not, oh, we hit target and didn't fill. The bot does not have to be used, guys, merely as a day trading or scalping type tool. You can use it on an hourly chart. If I showed you hourlies,
Order filled.
and gold just went long. I probably should have had that off coming into this news, but bonds bid, gold bid. $77.3 is about where this should go. If you guys are in it, we're within a few, 5 minutes of news. You may want to take your money. Bonds are sitting at first target and not filling. We got buyers. Should get that target. Still 3 ticks from targets, guys. I would not. In fact, I showed it just before you came in. A 4 range for the ES. I do not have a 4 range. I have an 8 range. Look into the member area. I'm going to take this off, guys, heading into the news and shut it off. It may go to targets, but same with bonds. And it just went. Nope. 2 ticks from target. I shut the bot off, fellas. I don't think you want to run this. I shut silver off as well. I'll take this
Order filled.
and shut it off into news. I have no bots on. So the scalper, Andrew, which I showed briefly, this is it. So in the old days, it's basically an OCO on a 1 minute. There we go. That's what I want.
Order submitted.
So it submitted the short because I have a short. Once I get the pivot break, once it forms the pivot, it'll auto put in the entry. There it goes. See, so it just put the auto entry in. You see how small the range is? This is not a range that we'd normally trade. Or we wouldn't be trading at 826. Pompeo going to meet with Chinese dissidents later today. The only bot that I'm actually running, I take that back and I'll leave this on.
Order filled.
There's your scalper filled to short. Is copper. Got a nice short in here. A nice long at 3 a.m. Eastern for some targets. Waiting on news, guys. So we're looking for 1.3 on initial and 17.1 on continuing.
Target filled.
There's first target. Has an auto break even. I'm at break even. If it goes, it goes. Most of these trades,
Stop filled.
probably 80% of these trades, if you go to break even, will come back and take you out at break even. But if you get 2 or 3 runners throughout the day that are good for 200 or 300,
Order submitted.
waiting on news, guys. I don't particularly dig the long, but minute and a half, just over. And here it tells you how many ticks you are from your entry. 10 ticks, 7, 9. No, the scalper cannot be left on.
Target filled.
There's target. The scalper cannot be left on. One of the things that Joel may work on, and I've asked him to do it, is to leave it on, right? Fully automate it. Just turn it on, and every time you get pivots, it's going to just plot them. So the way it is now is at the conclusion of every trade, you have to re-engage.
Stop filled. Order canceled.
You have to re-engage. All right, guys, let me get rid of this for now. I'll show this again later. Looking for 1.3 and 17.1. Should be out. It's a miss. 1.41. It's a miss. Yeah, it is, Don. All right, so continuing is a beat. Continuing has fallen. Initial has risen. Kind of a mixed bag. I would expect that we come down a bit. Guess I don't know what to make of it. They're sitting. Yeah, the scalper is 497, Don. And for my trials, that scalper is not sold like as a standalone. So if somebody's on trial said, hey, I want to buy the scalper. It's members only. It's for members. Now, if you guys buy the bot and you want to buy the scalper, that's great. What do we have here, guys? 24 sellers, 27. Small selling, nothing.
Order submitted. Order submitted.
Stable and long-term store of value.
That's what you're trading.
Order filled.
I didn't much like the long. I told you I don't much like longs.
Stop filled. Order submitted.
Now, you don't have to put them both on, right?
Order
If I just want the short, I can put the short on. Gold went, got all targets. Bonds. All right, guys, I'm turning bonds back on and gold back on. Okay? This is going to come down eventually. YM's broken lower. ES is broken lower. YM doesn't have any real support until we get down to about 840. NASDAQ has, there's target. NASDAQ has support at 55. So let's get it to break even. Again, if you go to break even, the majority of these trades are going to get taken out. But all you need is a couple that go for a few $100. Now remember, once you have this scalper, you could theoretically trade it on 10 instruments simultaneous. So here's almost a $200 trade on a runner. 188, 93. We're into some support. We should come to 55. 228. Let's see if we can get that 55. That's where we should get. I prefer it on the 1 minute. You can use it on anything you want. 30-second, Unirenko, etc. You can use it on anything you want. The original methodology and the way that I taught this originally was on a Unirenko using 515. I prefer it on the 1 minute. Well, I thought we might get to 55. We got to 56, 4 ticks shy. So I'm just going to trail basically just above the 1 minute, previous 1 minute. That's it.
Stop filled.
Out. About 1,400 net sellers in the NASDAQ. So silver, which I didn't turn back on, just took another short and got first target. Forgot to turn it on. I turned gold on. I turned bonds back on. ES is coming down. YM is coming to 72. NASDAQ's going to come down to 46. White House does not see any break in the downward trend for unemployment. U.S. economic recovery is flattening out. Former New York Fed President Dudley. All they got to do is offer up a little more free money, right? Republicans have approved another stimulus bill. You guys know that. Or at least they submitted a bill that they approve. Somebody just said they think the U.S. is in a self-sustaining recovery. I'm not sure who said it. Again, these settings are in the member area, guys. Tesla's up $65 in pre-market. $1,657. Oh my Lord. Amazon's up 9 cents. Microsoft is down $3.75. It can take counter trend trades if you set it to that. I only take them with the trend, but you can do counter trend trades. Yep. Bonds broke out. Remember I told you, if bonds break out above 81, they're going to go, right? Let's go back to the daily chart. This is a daily. Yeah, gold is just pulling back. Gold's not going anywhere. Here's your breakout on bonds above 81. So what, think about this. What's the smart money telling you? Right? You guys have all heard bond traders are the smartest traders in the business. Yields are falling. Bonds are rising. Where are we headed? Up and away. Markets will probably dump. That's what it's looking like to me. Nice little 5-tick bond trade on the breakout, and probably will still go. Crude's coming down as well. I expect the markets will fall as well. 7 ticks on the breakout if anybody took it. 81.07 on bonds. It's going to have to get through 14 next level. And you'll get that 22, 81.22. Guys, if you can't make money in this room, you can't make money. I'd like to see the NASDAQ pop back up to 66 and then fail. And we'll get another short out of it. $95 million. Good morning, Kath. $95 million to buy. So we're 11 ticks from that first target on crude, fellas. Eight ticks. Crude should come down to 29. Should get that first target. And then we'll get a bounce. 7 ticks. You see how this line here is starting to roll down? Crude is coming lower. May get a bounce off that 28, but I don't think it'll be much. Gold is pulling back to give us a trade. Dollar index is getting a little bit of a bid is all. Almost a first target, guys. Where'd we get? 38. 4 ticks to first target. Gold's into a support zone all the way down here to 63. I mean, it's a pretty big zone. I'll leave this on. Let me get some bots on here ahead of the open, guys. So we're in shorts on everything anyway, so it's moot. So I'm turning them all on with the exception of my 15 range on the NASDAQ. Everything is on. Crude is still in that short. Came 4 ticks from target. 3 ticks. Yeah, 4 ticks from target. Bounced up and is now starting to drift lower again with sellers. One minute. One minute, fellas. So usually when we get these sessions, like for instance, the NASDAQ has been basically in a short all morning, right? At some point this afternoon, we're going to get a bounce long. I don't think today is going to be the day that we decide to sell off, but who knows? I do think that we are going to, at some point today, see 10,781, 8081. 3, 2, 1, and we're off, guys.
Trading on the NYSE.
All right. $2,500 sellers now in the NASDAQ, guys. Not looking good on the open. Next level down, we hit 25 would be 15, then 04. If we keep pressing lower, 15 and 04 if anybody is still running NASDAQ. ES came down to that 61 level. Somewhere on the ES around 59. We came to 61. All right, guys, we're trying to turn up a bit. Your 15 range will kick a trade before anything, it looks like. It's trying to.
Order filled.
I take that back. Russell went long on the 15 range. Silver shorted again. There's first target.
Stop filled.
First target only on NASDAQ. Again, we're going to play this game.
Order filled. Target filled.
Now a short.
Target filled.
First and second targets filled. Gold is also short.
Filled.
There's first target on the Russell.
Target filled.
Both targets hit, or all three targets hit on NASDAQ 15 range, up 545. Gold coming into first target.
Target filled.
We're out, Laura. Second target hit on Russell. We're coming down to that 0304
Stop filled.
out on the Russell. And
Target filled.
it's, I don't know what, gold got first target. And 95 is the next target. 780 is coming, I think, fellas. We're up to 27, almost 800 on the net sellers. We missed target here by one tick. Gold should. Well, gold is holding some support here, guys, at about the 69 level. 60 right here. Russell, I'll take away. Targets are filled. NASDAQ's trying to pop up. It's trying to pop up. A little bit of a retracement here.
Target filled.
Another target. First target. On break even +1. Second target. We're break even +1 anyways. Come on, buddy. Go get that last target. There we go. Come on. Should get it. It's going back to 40. NASDAQ's headed back to 40. I'll move that further out. It's going back to 40.
Target filled.
First target off on silver. I'm going to move to break even +1. First target off on silver.
Filled.
All right, out. I still prefer the long right now.
Order filled. Target filled. Stop filled.
Silver's 1 tick hit second target, didn't fill it, fellas.
Target filled.
Got it. Got it. NASDAQ's headed to 40. NASDAQ is headed to 39. Call it 39. Small buyers in here. Bonds are falling back marginally. Gold has not gotten second target yet. You'll notice I've turned my 15 range off for the moment. It's off. It's in long anyways. I know where it's going. It's going to 39. That's its resistance right around 39. Don't you quit. Gold, I think, came within a tick of second target. That's what it looks like. 7, 2 ticks. If anybody's long NASDAQ, your target is about 38, just under that resistance. Anybody holding NASDAQ? Anybody long NASDAQ? All right, fellas. I would say about 38 is your first target. What do we get up to now? 35. You dog. Get up there. I'm looking at this big trend line here. Come on. Tick range is 144 ticks, fellas. 144. Come on, Yuts. Let's go. Get above 35. We're good. I want those last ticks. 12 ticks.
Stop filled.
We're at row. 37.50. No. 2 ticks shy? No. 38. Booyah! Free trade from here on in. Free trade. Free trade, guys. Free trade. Got target. That's my first target. So if you're trading multiples, now you can target VWAP. If you guys pay attention, you'll make money. If you try to trade this stuff with 10 tick stops, forget it. You're wasting your time. You're up 635. Nice job, Martin. Nice job. I got to send you an email later too. I want to talk to you about Forex.
Target filled.
First target filled here on the ES. The 8 range is also long again, or as well. This is going to be way, in my opinion, this is going to be way too tight a stop on the ES.
Target filled.
All right, so we got all targets, guys, on the NASDAQ, on gold, on the 377, right? Done for the day. It's up 940. DFD, done for the day. Okay, done. Shut it off. ES is fighting infinitesimal resistance at 68.75. Through that, we go to 70 quarter. This is the ES, 78 buyers, 86 buyers. Wow.
Stop filled.
Okay, out here. I told you it's too tight a stop on that. Let me take a look at YM. ES should get this. ES's problem, guys, is 69 quarter. That's the problem on the ES. If it breaks that, it starts working up to 7.2. Okay? So if you're an ES trader, 69 quarter, and we go to 7.2. There it is. There it is. Come on. Hit target to the tick, no fill. Hit it to the tick and no fill. Should go. Should get it. Come on, get that first target. Look at this. Sitting there at target. You stink. Come on. Hit it again. No fill. Hit it. Hey, got it. Should go to 72. Should now get that second target, fellas. Should go to 7.2. If anybody's long. We're going to pause in a minute and take an assessment. Thank you, Jeff. Should get that second target. It should go to 72. Let's just take a quick look here, fellas. All right, guys. There it is. Targets filled. Got them. Okay. Done. Dow futures down 24 points, but catching a bid. S&P is up 5 5/8. For those of you guys old enough to know what 5/8 is. NASDAQ's up 62.5. Russell's up 3 points. NASDAQ's leading the parade, guys, up 0.55%. DAX is up 4 points, flat. FTSE is up 28. CAC 40 is up 7. NKD down 2 points. Hang Seng up 37.5. Low, it's quiet. Let me just take a look at equities. Tesla up $24, 16.16. Microsoft is clawing back down to $1.55. Amazon off $9.83. Apple off $2, $2.02. Chips are getting hit a little bit. Boeing off $1.81. See if we have any new 52-week highs. Nothing we're interested in. All right, let's take a quick assessment, guys. Okay. This is our analyzer here. Here's where we're at in the session so far. Okay. We got 325 on the ES, 8 range, 187.50 on the ES Unirenco, 940 on GC, 275 on the NASDAQ, 15 range, 240 on the RTY, something just filled, NASDAQ 15 range short, 550 on silver, and 187.50 on ZB. So right now, fellas, we would be up 27.05 with this trade on and this trade on. Okay. So now you got to ask yourself, do I keep trading? What do I do? I mean, most of you guys should be done. We're sitting on some support, guys, at this 47 level. If that breaks and we got sellers in here, it should. Oh, you didn't do that again. Hit to the tick again. Should come down if you're short. It's trying to short. Don't you do it. Get down here. Now the NASDAQ, I mean, 500 sellers in this candle, guys. Back over 2,000. Sellers coming in now again. You're going to take me out and then dump. Come on. Gold. Look at gold. What did I tell you about gold? Where were we headed? Here. And then here. Held the same bottom here, guys. Again, held the same bottom 3 times. 1 tick higher low. If that goes, we get at least first target. No, you dog. If we break 46.25, it gets bashed down to 28. Yes, the analyzer is 597, Lynn. Get down here. Come on. Again, we hit target. No fill.
Target filled.
There you go. We should come, fellas. Down to 28. That's where it should come. Down 20 to what a dog. Come on, get down through 43. Come on. It's holding this stupid little, our second target. Nice job, Todd.
Stop filled.
Out. I'm going to shut it off for now. Crude is trying to drop again, but it's all buyers. Looks like if you trade crude, there you go. Now you drop. What a rat bag. 28's your target. 28. That's where it's coming. 28. It should bounce there. Anybody short? Here's crude. Last trade of the day, you're up 1,500. Okay. I've heard that before. We didn't get to 28. We got to 32 quarter. I think we come somewhere between 22 and 28. I'm not going to answer that, Hamid. I'm going to refer you to the member area, and you can check for yourself. Knowledge is power, right? My knowledge is not your power. Your knowledge is your power. Just log into the member area. Everything is there. There's 28. And we bounced right off 28. Anybody hold a 28? Bonds are rolling over, or at least pulling back. Yeah, I get lucky, man. I just take stabs in the dark. How about gold, fellas? I told you, you wanted to buy some here, here, and here, right? There's our target. So if we were trading multiples, you would have bought here, target 1 here, target 2, but we're headed back up. You guys have to understand something, on small time frames that we trade. If you look at a big candle, you'll see a big red candle. What you don't see are the retracements in there. The smaller time frames that we trade, you see down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's see what we got here. Nothing close to a trade, guys. We have some goofy little leading index looking for 2.1. It's not going to do a thing for us. Care less about that, fellas. It's a miss. 10:30 we'll have natural gas. I'll look at it, but don't really care about natural gas. We're going to trade back up to 86 eventually. We're going to work up to 86. 66. Sorry, fellas. Remember, I'm trading with one eye, guys. First target filled on the ES Unirenco.
Order filled.
And we filled somewhere else. Hang on, guys. We're filled here on the 8 range on the ES. Come on, ES. Be a buddy. This hit target and didn't fill. First target to the tick didn't fill. You scum. Seriously, you're a scumbag.
Target filled.
Got it. Both targets hit on the Unirenco. First target hit on the 8 range. Unirenco now up 512.
Stop filled.
And out here up 462. So depending on, whatever chart you may be trading on the ES, these are the only 2 I trade. You're green and green.
Order filled.
Something filled somewhere. Russell short is on the bot. Give me 1 second and I'll move it. There's the Russell. NASDAQ's coming to,
Target filled.
there you go. First target off on the Russell, break even +1. Crude is coming back
Stop
down.
filled.
So you can see crude on the chart, right? On my screen. I drew this trend line, right? We got to come down through this rising trend line. Once we flop through that, I think it's going to be zoop zoop. Okay, out on the Russell. That break even stop, fellas, especially on a 15 range, is awfully tight, but trade them as you see fit. Okay. Guys, there's nobody in this room. We're coming down to 80. There's nobody in this room that should not be making money. Come on, break this trend line. We're good to go. I mean, we haven't not. Let's just do another assessment. Okay. So we were at 2,700 earlier. You got 462.50 plus 512.50 plus 940 plus 495 plus 320 plus 550 and 187.50. So you're now at 3467.50 pending the outcome of CRUD. Okay? $3,500 day on the bots, cumulative. There are totals on the report, Chris. I just read them. And if this were one individual account, i.e. 1, 2, 3, 4 account across the board, you would see one total. But then I can't track them individually. My motive is to track them individually so that you guys continue to make money. If I don't track them individually as I do, we'll never know when the percentages change, right? Oh, got it. I got your joke now, buddy. I got it. You got to go slow for old guys. Fighting a little bit of resistance, guys. We traded up to 26. We get through 26, we go to 38. Okay? Through 26, we go to 38. If anybody is long. Through 26, we go to 38. Look at gold. Jiminy crickets. There's that next target up. Somebody tell me where gold is going now. 90, right? It's very simple. Easy peasy. I mean, look, guys, I didn't have my 3-minute bot on. I want you to see this trade. 23, 45, and 68 ticks. And I didn't have it on. A 3-contract trade here is 230. So you've got 450, 650, 680, and 680. It's a monster. It's a complete monster. Beast. Look at this Russell. What is it fighting? 15 range chart? Nothing. Gold's going to head up to 90, fellas. All right, I'm bored of this Russell here. Watch NASDAQ through 26. We go to 38. Through 26, we go to 38. You got a long here, guys. Stop is 13. It's 10 handles. It's got to pop 26, and we're going to 38. There it goes. Oh, don't be a jerk. Right here. It's got to pop that, and it's going to 38. Russell hit first target to the tick and did not close. Now we should go to 38. They're buying them back, guys. They're buying them back. All right, I'm out of this.
Order filled.
Keep it. Done with this thing. You can keep it. Done with the Russell. Shut off. Anybody have any questions? Thank you, Jerry. We didn't quite get to 38. We will. We got to 35. What's up, Ken? Oh, it gets better. We're having a good day, guys. What's better than that, Ken? What's better than that? Nice job. And honestly, kudos to you to be taking trades as a trial member from a guy you don't know. I mean, I give you a lot of credit. Jerry's up 2,135. Jerry, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were stopping at 1,000 and change, 1,500 and change, and you're still trading. I told you, I've heard that before. Guys, I encourage you to take your profits and leave. Nice job, Ken. I mean, and that's terrific. I mean, again, so for those of you guys, I didn't address this earlier. I had some people start today, had a couple trials come in today. So you guys know, for years I traded and have taught order flow. Okay. since we went to the bot almost exclusively about, well, we're July. I started offering it for sale last August, but I would say somewhere around the first of the year, right? We really went almost to the bot. But I still offer, and this is part of the benefit of, guys, if we break 87.9, it's going to be a quick zip on gold to that 90, 91 area. But part of the benefit of the room is I still offer order flow trades, as you guys have heard, most of the morning. And, you'll be in here for a week. And for those of you guys who started today, your trials end next week, just so you know, not tomorrow. What I try to do is enhance the profitability of the robot with order flow. And what I'm seeing, watching. Again, if you're not making money, it's because you're doing something different or paying no attention. So this is my order flow. This is not a third-party vendor. This is mine. Here's we got 14, next candle. Ordinarily, I would take the long right here at 18.75. But given the fact that we're going to have a new candle here in 4 seconds, I won't take that. So we got buyers again. Small, there you go. Cleared the auction. It's a long, guys. It's a long. First target is about 30. There it is. Oops, how'd that happen? God, I get lucky. And then we're coming back up here to 38. I still have 38 as a target. So you're long, right? This is what I'm watching across the board. Oh, look at that. We hit 38. God, I get so lucky. In fact, we hit it to the tick. Just pointing that out, fellas. Jerry finally left. He did leave, up $2,100, $2,135. But we hit this to the tick, fellas, right? 38. We're going to VWAP. We're going to work through this imbalance up in here, and we're going to trade into this 42. Now, if I were to get long again, or take a scalp trade long, it would be on a pullback to here, right there, 30.5, 31. Gary, the order flow that I'm showing is available in the package with the mentorship, right? Which is where I actually teach you guys to trade order flow. Unfortunately, at this juncture in time, I don't have any openings. I mean, as much as the mentorship is $49.97, and I get requests for it every week. See you tomorrow, Chris. Unfortunately, I just don't have any openings. I mean, I got to be the only guy in the business that turns down money. I can't. I don't have any. The guys that I have now are here. I think I have 2 openings coming in September, but I have nothing at the moment. So even if you Jigsaw, I've never used Bookmap. I have. So let me tell you how this order flow came about, right? So I started trading order flow about 8 years ago, and I started with the NOFT, like probably many of you guys. And my indoctrination to the NOFT was a very good friend of mine, Kai Whitney, who was one of the guys who kind of started that whole NOFT program. And Kai is no longer with NOFT. And from the NOFT, which I never liked I don't like their volume profile at all. I don't really like the NOFT. First off, it's a data hog, and it will just chew up resources. But I don't particularly care for the NOFT. And since the NOFT, I have used Jigsaw, I've used Acme's order flow, I have used order flow analytics. Obviously, in any order flow, there's only so many aspects you can put into an order flow, right? So for instance, most order flows contain similar things, but not all order flows contain all things. So about 4 years ago, I guess about 4 years ago now, I had Joel program this for me. So this is my order flow. It is not a third-party order flow. I'm not using someone else's order flow. And what's in the order flow is what I had found to be most beneficial to traders as a trader, right? So the one thing that's cool about ours, I'll show you guys something briefly. Ours is automated as well. It's the only one like it, period. There is no other one like it. Come on, where is it? Why is this not? There it is. Well, come on. This is automated. So for those of you guys that might want to scalp, right? This is, let's see here. I'll show you. I'm going to do, so you see that green border? I just turned on. So one of the methods I teach for scalping is a stacked buyer or seller imbalance, right? Where we get consecutive ticks up or down, which are denoted by the blue and yellow dots. So when we get 4 consecutive ticks, right now we're fairly slow and I can see the trade before the bot or before the order flow will. But when we get 4 consecutive ticks, blue or yellow, it will auto execute a trade and use whatever ATM you put in it. So I've got, you can see the green border around the order flow. It's pending a long. If I wanted to pend a short, see, it would have just fired a trade. I just missed a trade. The border is red, and if I want to pen both, long or short, the border went white. So it just fired a trade. Target filled. First target filled, right? Both targets filled. So as a trader, right, it is very difficult to catch these because they happen fast. You know, it's like a snowball moving downhill. It just gets faster and faster and faster. So as a trader, if I was sitting here watching this, I would attempt to hit a market order on these, you know, again, selling begets selling, buying begets buying. But you got this stacked seller imbalance, and it is almost impossible to catch this, right? I mean, you could hit market, you might be in down here. We'd have had another trade fire down here. But if you noticed, again, it's a one and done. If I want to do it again, I have to do stack seller imbalance again, right? I have to reactivate it. It doesn't just trade automatically on every one of these. When the trade is concluded, you exercise it again. So, but this is the only order flow in existence that would have just taken a long that has this. You'd be out at first target already and almost second target. So it would have taken a long off on the 5th. So if you think you can see 4 dots visually and catch it on the 5th manually, best of luck to you. Now, the order flow, just for what it's worth, I sell as a standalone is $1,295, $1,295, which is cheap by order flow standards. That auto aspect of it is an additional $1,295. That does not come with the order flow, but be that as it may. That's what I'm watching on every, you know, as I'm trading and I'm looking at other longer term charts. And we almost got to VWAP. And we're down to 2,000 net sellers. Just send me an email, James. Have you made an educational video explaining what you just talked about? How many? Hundreds. Yeah. How many? Guys, if you'll give me 1 minute, please, I'm just going to get coffee. All right, guys, I'm back. So the next target down is at 34 handles, fellas. And I think we'll probably see 80 and 60 again. I think we got a shot of these next two targets. ES on the 8 range is trying to roll over, as is the Unirenko, if you guys want to let him take another trade. They're both looking to go short. ES has support at 59, 60. It's going to have to come down through 60 on the ES. All right, so this will not take a trade for my trials. You see the purple area? That's it. Ends at 11. Will not take a trade after 11 o'clock. It's done. They're done. This will not fire a trade. The settings I have are 6 a.m. to 11. It's done. As is this. I've turned it off. The NASDAQ's in a trade. We'll let it trade. Did we get to my 04, 03 target? Not quite. We got to 5.5. This 19 has been resistance on the NASDAQ. Got a few buyers coming in, but nothing. I've turned off gold. I've turned off Russell. I've turned off ES. Crude is still sitting in that trade doing nothing. I've turned off bonds. I've turned off silver. Most of my bots are off. I don't believe this was to suck shorts in. Looks like we're going to go back up to VWAP. Kansas City Manufacturing Index came in at 3. It's a miss. Sitting. If we break above 26, we go again. Nope. Come on, sell them off. Sell them hard. You got them. Sell them. There we go.
Order filled.
There we go. Come on. Take up.
Target filled.
There you go. There's your 15 range. I got
Target filled.
one last trade on the 15 range using the 1 in 3 minute filter. There we go.
Target filled.
All right, $1,180 up on the 15 range. Come on, buddy. Let's go get it. We should come down to 81. We should get that second target, guys. We're 10 handles away, give or take, 40 ticks. Got $1,000 in the trade on 2 contracts. First target's off at 13 handles. Come on, I need another break. There we go. Come on. Let's go, Oompa Loompa. It's coming to 81, guys. And if we break 80,
Target filled.
second target filled, 34 handles. Second target filled, 34 handles. Below 80, duck. Now, I'm going to move my trail down to first target because that's the least I'm giving them back. I got to get 13 handles, right? But we've hit first and second. So I've locked in 13 handles. If it takes me out, it takes me out. Now it's awfully tight. Small, there's no buyers. This should fail right back to 86 and then come lower. Should. Tick range has jumped back up to 160. Come on, you got them. You got them. Buyers are trying. Buyers ain't going to win, would be my guess, but they're trying to hold 800 now. Original stop, 46. But it dropped immediately to 43, and then 33 is where it would be now. I've turned my trail off and gone to 13, locked in about 13 handles, which is target 1. I mean, I can't believe they're just holding this thing here. This is miraculous. Sellers are trying to pile on. They have to drive this down below 96.50, and then it'll get hit again. See how they're holding 96.50? See it? Okay, sellers got them. Yes, it's over. Come on, sellers got them. Sellers got them. Oh, you guys, don't let them off. Back to 2,800 net sellers, guys. Buyers are trying to hold it in here. I don't imagine they can. There's another 3 minutes. So my stop is good. I'm going to move it down a little bit lower, just above that 3 minute candle. If it takes me out, it takes me out. I would have no interest whatsoever in a long trade. Zero. At least until after 11:30. So we're fighting one standard deviation on the move back up. All right, out. So it's down. So it took a losing trade and a winning trade, down $65. So trying to get, all the money here, if you will, right? If I'd have taken, 2 off here, or even that second contract off at 34 handles, this would be up green. It's down $65. Where's my reload? This could go back to 38. Gold went bid into the close, got first target. New day high on gold, or close to it. All right, let's see what we did for the day, or what the bots did. Okay. ZB on the 4 range, up 187.50. YM on the, silver on the 6 range, up 550. Russell on the 15 range, up 375. NASDAQ on the 15 range, up 1,180. They're off. Gold on the 377 tick, up 940. ES on the Unirenko, up 512.50. ES on the 8 range, up 462.50. We lost $65. Here comes NASDAQ back down. We lost $65 on the NASDAQ 3-minute, and the YM Unirenko down 665. So we're up. The bots today, cumulative total, were 34.77 and 50 cents. 34.77 and 50 cents, guys. With a trade still on. This came 4 ticks to target. It's still on. As I told you when it took it, this Unirenko doesn't move quick. So pending the outcome of that,